Painting with Rin. Painting with Rin. We gonna paint. We gonna paint with Rin. Add half a splash of green. I crouch down to pick up the can of bright green. The other green. This green. I carefully pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl. No, that's almost a whole splash. More white. Is green a good color to add? I have no idea. I mean, you're the artist here. A hint of smile appears at the corners of her mouth. Do you lack an opinion? No, it's just, I have no idea. It's okay, because I just got an idea. Add more white. With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter. Oh great, Hisayo. You're so descriptive. That's not good. It has to be more like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream but can't remember it. Maybe it's yellow. ... Despite the impossibility of mixing a color like the change of seasons or any other nonsense that's being imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. Blind wipe! Seeing a painting being born on the plastered wall feels like magic. I spend the moments I have between mixing paints crouching down on the paving and just looking at her work. It feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy. Ooh, imaginary intimacy. But Rin doesn't seem to mind the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works the details, adding layers of paint on top of other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us say a word for the longest time. And even though short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues. As if there were some need to conserve words and breathe and sound. That's not breathe. As if there was some need to conserve words and breath and sound. So intimate. Ah. We stay there late into the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly.
Katawa Shoujo.
Cyclops. The sound of an alarm pulls me out of the fitful slumber and into an unpleasant state of wakefulness. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses as for why I already haven't. 'Cause you're Hisayo. We've gone over this. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for a day. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still has not faded, I think. Still, despite gaining an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they're gonna let me get away that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck. You like it. With a talk of exercising as well. So eventually I rise up, swallow the morning medications, and put on my old soccer clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part in gym classes on Yumaku, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. I'd order some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kinda nostalgic. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get a new life this way. A bit like me. After all, if I'm gonna start taking care of myself, I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Basics, which include keeping the rest of my body in shape, along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. I'll make a man out of you. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life. Or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead any minute. You know, whatevs. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track. And not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The prosthetic leg girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track lethally? Words like a half-mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog, just like he's oppressing me and my body. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health, and it's prompting me to do so. Even with things being like they are, it's only because I wanted to get out of the way early. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I'd leave, but it seems my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. Oh, good morning. Your name's Asayo, right? She grins, seemingly pleased that she'd remember my name. You may not remember me. Emmy, I knocked you over in the hall yesterday. Miss Ibarazaki? She imitates Misha imitating Shizune, failing to get the same kind of subdued lilt in her high-pitched voice. Oh, how could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy has a decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that again. Well, as long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose I'll be fine. What a smooth dog, you Hasayo. Oh, great. I'm not sure she realized I was joking. So, the spy consultant the nurse was talking about? Is that you? That's right. Oh. I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest. What? Are you saying I don't look like I could be a spy? Oh no, this is more like a relief. I was afraid you would have someone watch my every move. Well, unless you're here to do that. No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I'd seen a messy-haired transfer student who looks like he kinda got lost around the track. So why are you down here? Emmy strikes a dramatic pose. You can't see me, but I just struck a dramatic pose. Training. For what? Track? Blushy face. Oh, I see. So you're on the track team? Well, duh, Hasayo. Would you ketchup and mustard right now. Just ketchup and mustard. Emmy nods enthusiastically. Yep, I'm one of the better runners, too. And Mas about it, also. Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, you know. I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. Nah. I'm not even sure if running's my thing, you know, 'cause I'm a manly man. Plus, I'm not into organized sports, you feel? It's true, I never really got that much into football. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory. It wasn't for the glory to be found in the field, that's for sure. Emmy seems to be understanding my meaning. I see. Not that into the whole organization thing. But now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together, huh? Let's run. What? I guess. Emmy seems pleased. Pleased as punch. Are you gonna warm up? Real men don't warm up. And I'm a real man. Oh yeah. Oh no, you should always warm up. Bad, Hasayo. You're so bad. Oh, she's close. She scolds me enthusiastically, but then smiles and leans closer. I hate warming up too. She laughs suddenly, don't even have to stretch my legs. I don't have... As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her legs seem to be quite elastic. Let's go! Oh, look at that blur shot. It feels like I'm running, but I'm really just sitting down recording a video. Oh my god. So we both take off around the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emmy moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run with a sort of wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Hands spread, right? And something about hitting on the balls of your feet rather than the heels? I try to match my stride to Emmy's, but it's pretty difficult. Apparently I'm not very good at this. Like most things, Hisayo. Maybe Emmy could help me with that sometime. You know what I mean. I'm not really feeling up to more than a couple laps today and slow to a walk pretty quickly. Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice I've stopped until she passes me a second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily to contrast my own somewhat gasping demeanor. Are you finished already? God! I hang my head ruefully. Yeah. Oh, I'm not very good shape right now. Oh, I'm Hisayo. Emmy nods and then grins at me again. She seems to do a lot of smiling. Well, you seem to do a lot of frowning, Hisayo. Well, the important thing is that you started, right? Next time, you just have to try and hold out longer, and then longer, and longer. And eventually, you'll be great.
Okay. But I think right now I'm gonna go get ready for class. Sure you be doing that, delinquent?
Emmy shrugs unconcernedly. Nah, I've got plenty of time. I know she's not wearing a watch.
Are you sure about that?
Another careless shrug. Not really, but I've got to finish my routine. See you later, Hisayo.
Yeah. See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya. Ha, ha.
I'm not sure whether this morning's experiment was a success or failure. But I'll admit I feel slightly good about getting out there this morning. And like Emmy said, I just need to keep at it in order to get better, right? Practice makes perfect, or something like that. It's nice to at least feel like I've taken some semblance of control over my own health. I'll have to try to keep this up. Keyword is try. I head back to the dorms to wash and change my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long hot shower. I'm tired from all the running, so I just want to unwind. I don't want to break my slowly building routine and get in school before the morning rush. After taking a long shower anyway, I dry myself off and get out of the stall to put on my clothes. Oh my. Oh my. It's about to get hot and steamy up in here with Harry Potter. Are you ready?